channel. So if you're thinking that my look might be a little Selena-ish, you are right. So today we are going to be doing a tutorial on how to recreate Selena's look. I've been so inspired to do this look just because they recreated her song E.L.F, and they also came out with these limited edition cups. I haven't even taken it out of my package, as you can see, just because I don't want to use it. I want it for display, and I just wanted to sit there and look pretty. So if you guys are interested in learning how to recreate this look, please keep watching. Okay guys, first things first, our eyebrows. And what I'm going to be using is the Brow Wiz by Anastasia in the color dark brown. So I'm just going to comb over my eyebrows and make sure that all the little hairs are straight and combed through. And I'm just going to start filling them in. Start down the middle and work my way out. And just remember guys that the outer part of your eyebrow, the tail, should be darker than the front. It's kind of like an ombre effect. And just start filling in. This is my usual routine for the eyebrows, so we're just gonna fast forward on out. And finishing up the eyebrows, I'm just going to set them in with my brow gel by Essence in the color dark brown. Make sure to do this part guys, because then your eyebrows will be all over the place if your eyebrows are crazy like mine and do their own thing. Now I'm just going to moisturize my face with First Aid Beauty. And I'm squeezing it out because I hardly have any guys. I need to replace it. And I'm just going to be using my Tarte Concealer Shape Tape as eye primer. I completely ran out of eye primer, so I'm going to be using concealer. It works the exact same way, so feel free to use your concealer as eye primer. I'm going to be using my flat brush just to smooth out and get a good even layer on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to be using my Wonder Pencil by NYX for the top of the eyebrows, and this is in shade medium. I'm only going to go over the top of the eyebrows just because I already have concealer on the bottom, so I did shape them while I was already there. And this is just for a clean, crisp look for any smudges or out of line areas you might have. Now with the same flat brush, just blend and smooth over any visible lines you might have over your eyebrows. Also, the Wonder Stick is very easy to work with. It's creamy enough to blend everything out, but not creamy enough to make you oily. For my transition shadow, I went in with the shade Kid by M.A.C, and I'm just putting this all over my crease and my lid with a blending brush. And remember, your transition shadow is good to blend out any hard to work with matte colors. Next, I'm going to be going in with the shade Twinks by M.A.C. And I'm going to be going in with the pencil brush by M.A.C as well, 219. And this is going to go on the outer corners of my eye. This is going to be a soft brown with a satin finish. And this is just going to define my outer V's a little more. Now going in with a MAC 217 blending brush, I'm going to take that to the corner of my eyes and just blend out the outer V. Now I'm just going to be blending this about halfway into my crease. And I'm just going to blend this just to give my eye a little more edge, just to define my outer V a little more. And I'm just going to be taking my E65 small angled brush by Sigma. I'm going to be doing my wing liner with my favorite Anastasia gel liner. If you guys haven't tried it, please pick it up. It is to die for. Now using my lower lash line as a guide, I'm just going to flick up my brush just to start the outline of my wing liner. Now I'm going to drag it through and just meet all the way to the very beginning of my lash line. I'm going to fill in any gaps or missing areas that I didn't fill in with my gel liner. Typically you see me with an over-exaggerated wing liner, but today we're going to keep it nice and subtle. And I am going to fast forward through this just to save us some time because it is the same eyeliner routine. With my E05 liner brush, I'm going to pick up some concealer and just crisp out my bottom wing liner. This is just going to give you a perfect straight line. Now it's time for some mascara, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Volume Plumping Mascara. I'm really enjoying this one just because it gives you the perfect coat and it spreads out your lashes. It doesn't clump up or get too sticky. As we move on to the face, I'm going to be using a face primer by E.L.F. called Poreless, and it is working wonders. I love it, guys. If you guys haven't tried it, pick it up. It's $6, and you will love the feeling to it. It has a silicone finish, and it feels like magic. Now you see me working it on my inner cheek area the most, just because I do have enlarged pores there in that area and I do want to minimize those babies. Picking up my foundation, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I've been loving this and using the heck out of it almost every day. Remember guys, it's also very inexpensive and easy on your wallet. I paid $5 for it, so you might want to give it a try. I'm also using this foundation in the shade Golden Beige. If by any chance you're wondering why I'm applying so much foundation on my face, it's because I am. I love to have a full coverage, and I also like to have that cakey look without the cakey look, if you know what I mean. Now going in with my Holy Grail Morphe G36 brush, I'm just going to be blending and buffing out my foundation. I'm just going to be patting that into my face, and then in a second I'm going to be going in circular motions to buff out my foundation. While you're buffing out your foundation, this is going to eliminate any streaks you might have. Buffing your foundation is very good for eliminating those streaks. This is going to give you an airbrush finish. Going back with my Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte, I'm just going to be concealing those dark circles or any creases that I might have under my eyes. Now just remember, a little goes a long way with this concealer. As you can tell, I did apply a little too much. And I will show you in just a second how you can fix that problem because my hand went a little too crazy. Now going in with the damp beauty blender, start patting and blending out your concealer. And also, if you didn't know, the damp beauty blender does pick up any excess foundation or concealer you might have added. Now I'm going to be adding some concealer to the bridge of my nose, the forehead, my chin, and my cupid's bow. I'm also going to be adding a little bit to the under eye. Since I did already add a little too much, I'm just going to go over that lightly. I've mentioned this before, but in case you're wondering why I put on a second coat of concealer under my eyes, it's basically just to make sure my creases find it difficult to come out. I'm going to be using Spiced Almond by Milani. And of course, I'm ready to go with my MB10 Morphe flat brush. I'm just going to be contouring the forehead, dragging it down to the temples and all the areas that need that shadow. And remember, this is just to bring out any angles or change up to create angles in your face. I'm also going to be taking this down to the lip just to plump up my lips, because we all know Selena had these luscious, beautiful, full lips. Now following the top of my ear, I'm just going to slide down and create that shadow effect for my cheekbones. I don't really have the sharpest cheekbones, so I do have to create and intensify that look. We are getting ready with the Beauty Blender and my Fix Plus by M.A.C, and just spray that into the sponge just to make sure it's a little moist to make it easier on the blending. You don't want to have any dark or harsh lines around the area, so this just makes it a little more damp to blend out easily. And with my Beauty Blender, I'm just going to pinch it tightly and just start blending out the contour on the side of my cheeks. If I haven't mentioned, this is from Real Techniques. I love this sponge. It's so soft and it holds the moisture in there very well. So just keep blending and pouncing that Beauty Blender onto your contour, just so you can have a nice natural finish at the end. Going in with my banana powder by Bin 9, I'm going to be cutting my contour just to have a straight line. You do want to have this at the corners of your mouth and drag it up by your ear, just to make sure when you smile that line is straight. So when you smile, it should look like this. And yes, I do look like the Joker, but it's okay. I'm going to dust that off in just a second. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe a few more seconds. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and get a powder brush. Mine is 150 by M.A.C, and I'm just going to sweep off the rest of that powder. And you should be left with a nice sharp contour. Going in with my Morphe MB1 brush, I'm just going to be picking up Medium Golden by M.A.C, and this is a mineralizing powder. I'm just going to be dusting this around my face, just the cheeks, the forehead, nose, and the chin. Now I'm going to be picking up the brush MB4 by Morphe, and we're just going to be setting our contour. I am going to be using Cocoa Contour by Too Faced in the shade Medium Mocha. We're not going to be going too strong on the color this time, guys. We will be doing a light contour. Lightly pick up some product and just softly blend that into your contour area. Remember, we're not going too deep, so this is just going to be a soft contour just to give us that definition. So I'm just going to be going into the forehead and setting my contour. I'm going to be setting this so I don't have any smudges or my makeup doesn't move. And then I'm going to be taking this to the jawline to bring out my jawbones. And I do want to have a bold jawline, so we're just going to be blending one in, even if we have to make one, guys. And I'm just going to be picking up this M.A.C blush, and it is Peony Petals. I'm just going to go over this slightly on my cheeks with an angled blush brush. Now we are going to be starting off light with a blush, and then we will be adding on just a little bit to be able to give us that pretty pink color on our cheeks. So I am about to set my under eye. If this does happen and you don't set it right after your concealer, just make sure that before you set your under eye, you go in and erase all the creases that might have formed. Okay, so now we're going to pick up our angled brush that we use for our eyeliner, and we're just going to go ahead and darken the bottom lashes with the remaining product left behind. This is not going to be dark whatsoever, guys, and if it is dark, you can go ahead and lighten it up with a clean brush or with your beauty blender. This is what I meant by using your beauty blender to lighten up the color. With the product left behind on the beauty blender, it will smudge and erase some of the darkness to the eyeliner. And going in with my E.L.F. Volume Plumping Mascara, I am just going to coat my bottom lashes. And I'm not going to do too thin or too thick, just a nice, good coating. Now going in with my M.A.C Ruby Roo Red Lip Liner, I'm going to be outlining my lips. And we're just going to be doing that very popular bold red lip that Selena used to give us. So now I'm just going to fill in my lips with Ruby Roo by M.A.C as well. And this is going to have a matte finish, so this is just going to be perfect to complete our bold red lip. All I'm doing here, guys, is clean up any smudges I might have from my lipstick and lip liner, and I did use a flat concealer brush. And please ignore the fact that I'm singing or doing something. I do this all the time. And now I'm just going to give my eyes the final look by adding on some lashes. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I did put my lashes on off camera, and I hope you guys had fun with me like I had fun recreating this Selena look. Mwah.